You're clairvoyant. You already are. It's just a matter of honing that gift. Have you ever wondered when someone says that they're clairvoyant or they can see with their third eye, what that looks like for them? In today's video, I'm going to share with you how clairvoyance shows up for me in the hopes that it can help you. Clairvoyance is your ability to see in your mind's eye something that's being dropped in divinely by God, your higher self, your spirit guides. And it's our job to try to decipher those messages. I think what ends up happening is that people don't realize that they are actually getting clairvoyant images, that they are actually being presented with information from the divine. Sometimes people are able to see with their actual eyes as if it was an image or a glimpse of something. Maybe it looks like it's something in the corner of your eye that you think you saw, and you look over here and there's nothing there, but you know you saw something. Some people are also able to see spirits, apparitions, that type of thing with their naked eye. But most of the clairvoyance is in our imagination. The one issue that comes up for people around clairvoyance is they say, I can't see things in my mind. I can't visualize. And I will say, I completely understand that, because for the longest time, up until just a few years ago, I was terrible at visualizing things, conceptualizing things. So let me describe to you the way it shows up. If you were to close your eyes right now, if it's safe to do so, and I asked you to picture a red bird. In your mind, picture a red bird. And as you're picturing this red bird, also look around the red bird and see, is that bird indoors or outdoors? Is that bird with any other birds? Where is the bird? Is the bird perched on something? The bird isn't just a bird necessarily, bird and then a white background. What is the background that is filling in around that red bird? You can go ahead and open your eyes now. The purpose of that little visualization was to demonstrate to you that in your imagination, in your mind's eye, as you're picturing something, that is a lot of the time where the clairvoyant information is popping into. And so when I'm doing readings or energy transmissions or healings and I'm seeing something, I'm tapping into that portion of my mind that could be deemed as my imagination. But what's brilliant is that as I'm saying things, the other person is actually feeling those things. And after we chat after the session and I ask, what is it that you were feeling? They go ahead and describe, right before you said this, I ended up feeling the sensation, and they were already feeling it before I even said the words. And so I've learned to trust, because I've practiced with other people in terms of when I'm seeing, that I can trust that it's not just me making shit up, that it's actually information that I'm getting. So this was definitely a muscle that I had to strengthen. I had to practice. And so what does practice look like if you actually want to develop this skill? So I have 3 suggestions for developing your clairvoyance, your psychic sense of clear seeing. The first one is to practice visualizing. And the easiest way you can do that is to listen to meditations that are visualizations, where you have the presenter or the speaker that's actually walking you through some kind of gentle visualization. I would start with something that is really like low commitment, so 5 or 10 minutes. You don't want to commit to, 30 to 45 or even an hour long video, because that will feel too taxing on the mind. And I would even practice using the same meditation a few times so that you anticipate the words and your mind gets used to going into that zone where you're able to picture, instead of trying to follow a brand new story each time. So I would practice with the same visualization. I have a very short one, 5 minutes long on my channel. If that one resonates with you, it's a great one to even use as you start your day or end your day. It's a protection visualization. And either way, it'll help you to be higher vibrational if you do that one. So that's number one, is the visualization meditation. My second piece of advice to develop your clairvoyance is to actually ask for the information. Actually set the intention that this is something that you would like to develop and that you would like pictures dropped into your mind. So you're essentially commanding, requesting to your spirit guides, to God, to your higher self, that you wish to receive information in the form of pictures. If you don't ask, you don't get. So you need to ask. So setting that intention, and then when you ask a question, when you ask your guides, when you ask source for an answer to something, it might not show up right away. That's fine. But give yourself that space to be able to close your eyes or acknowledge, okay, this is going to come to me in the form of a picture. Please make it clear and obvious, and then let it go. Kind of surrender. Surrender it and trust that it's going to come to you in the form of a picture. So many times, so as an example, I have now gotten into the habit of being able to, let's say I've lost something that's not, critical, but I'm looking for something like a hair clip or my phone, which gets misplaced quite a lot. And the kids would agree. They're always hearing mom say, "Where's my phone?" What I will do is I'll ask the question, and they know how I like to get the information. So I either hear it in my kind of inner ear, or I see it in my inner mind, my mind's eye. And I'll ask the question, "Where's my phone?" And I'll close my eyes and I'll give it a few seconds, and I'll really make the strong attempt to not try to force a picture into my head. I'll just kind of keep my mind blank, which is another thing that you have to practice, because there's always, we're always thinking something. But to actually then let the picture come into my mind, and I'll see the picture of where I left it last. It might be in the bathroom upstairs. It might be on a weird counter where I normally don't leave it in the house. And that picture will come into my mind. I will go get it. I'll find it there where the picture was. I will say thank you. Always say thank you for that information, because it's like this constant dialogue that you're having. It might look cuckoo if people kind of saw that happening, but who cares? And then you have the answer that you need. So ask, right? Ask and make that intention that that's how you want to receive information. And my last suggestion for you is to allow yourself to be in a relaxed state. If you're not actually allowing space to receive those pictures in your mind, it's going to be really hard to pick up when you're busy thinking about work, kids, home, deadlines, to-dos, to be able to get those pictures in your mind. Give yourself that space, whether it's going on a nice leisurely walk, you're walking the dog, you're in nature, you're going on a hike that's not too intense, getting a massage, getting acupuncture, even meditating. Sometimes pictures will drop into my mind during a meditation, even though I'm trying very hard to just keep my mind blank. But it's those messages that I receive that is what I want. You're clairvoyant. You already are. It's just a matter of honing that gift, practicing that muscle. Some people, yes, some people, that switch is turned on for them. They are super clairvoyant. They can see things they don't even want to see. That's a handful of people. Most of us have to become aware of it, to practice using it, to trust the information that's coming through. The most fun thing that you can do is, as you're practicing this, practice with somebody else. Actually ask your friend or relative if you can read them. And I can make a video about that if that's something that you're interested in. But getting that confirmation from somebody else as to what you're seeing is the best way to trust your information, because you know what? That ego steps in and says, no, you're wrong. You're not actually getting that information. You're making it up. We want to silence that ego And we want you to be confident in your abilities because you're clairvoyant. You just need to hone the gift. I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you in the next video.